Hi there, guys. I'm not sure what happened, but I thought it was live, but I am live now, according to the screen. So I just wanted to do a quick little broadcast because we're trying to do this for you every Wednesday at 1:30. Sorry about starting a little bit late, but here we go. I just wanted to start by wishing everybody a happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. And what better day to talk about the idea of being independent of the landlord, right? So for those of you who don't own a home already, we want to talk to you about the idea of home ownership and the benefits of it. So, but first, I just wanted to again wish everybody a happy and safe Independence Day. Make sure you're safe out there on the roads. Make sure you've got a designated driver, and be sure if you have pets, especially dogs, make sure that they are well taken care of. Keep an eye on them. Make sure the side gates are latched and they're maybe in from the doggy door. Keep a close eye on them. And with all the fireworks going on, I mean, we've got 4 beagles, so it can get kind of loud when the fireworks start going, but it's also fun. So, anyways, just wanted to talk to you about this idea of the American dream, and what better day to talk about it and being independent. So we think of ourselves as so independent in this country, and rightly so. With Independence Day, being a part of the American dream, being a homeowner is a big part of that, right? So we want to talk to you quickly about this idea and some of the things that hold us back from doing that. Right now, it's a great time to be a homeowner, great time to buy a home. The economy's great. And the interest rates are still super low, historically low. But prices are going up, and the interest rates are higher than they were last year. Okay, and they seem to be on an uptick for prices, and a lot of it, and interest rates, and a lot of what's driving that is a low inventory in our most markets and areas, especially here in the valley. So it's a great time to buy now. For every forecasted thing that we can see, we're certainly not, looking into a crystal ball here, but it looks like for the foreseeable future, we're going to have low inventory for a little while longer, and that means prices are going to keep going up. But it's still a good time to buy because of the fact that, we want to catch that equity wave, right? So as prices go up, you can start catching that equity wave and get in while the interest rates are still low. And maybe you start at a certain point with a starter home and you move on from there and start gaining that equity, using that home as a sort of savings plan. Because over time, history tells us that, owning a home is definitely a good place to put your money. Over time, it will definitely pay you back. So it's a great place to save your money and put your money into versus just throwing it out to the landlord, right? And so also you have great tax benefits still, even with the changes in the taxes. A lot of people are worried about that. You still have, great savings in taxes for most people on being a homeowner. You also can lock in your rate. You can lock in your monthly payment. And right now with the rental market the way it is, especially here in Arizona and the Phoenix area, it's still cheaper to buy than to rent. And again, you're saving that money on taxes, and you're also gaining equity. And I mean, we've heard of people with their rent going up from one year to the next, $150 to $400 from 1 year. So it's pretty insane where the rental market's going and continues to go. But in any event, that is just a couple of reasons why you want to keep your mortgage payment the same every month. Buy a home. You don't want your rent to go up. Buy a home. If you don't feel like you know where to start, the best place to start, once again, is with a full-time licensed realtor that can get you through the whole home buying process, explain all that to you from beginning to end, and then get you set up with a great lender if you don't have all cash, because we do need to prove to the seller when we put in any offer that you are proving how you're going to pay for that. So if you're paying all cash, great, you have to have proof of funds, or you need to have a home loan pre-approval And that means that our lender, Evan, with Modern Home Lending, or lender of your choice, can certainly help you with that. But we're always going to recommend Evan because he does a great job for our clients, closes on time, going to have the best rates. He owns his own brokerage, doesn't charge any lender fees. Great place to start. Now, I mentioned the idea of independence, and one of the things that comes up too with owning a home versus renting is you can do what you want to do with the paint, inside the home, or flooring, or renovations and those sorts of things. In some communities they do have homeowners associations, some don't. So there may be some limitations to what you can do to the exterior of the home, but you still have more leeway than if you're renting, right? So this independence comes in for landscaping, front and back, or your idea of what you can do to the home itself. So that independence and owners taking that ownership and making and saving the money historically tells us that it's good to own your home. And it's, again, less expensive than renting in the Valley still right now. So, interest rates are still at historic lows, even though they're higher than they were last year. But they do seem to continue to be on an upswing overall, along with home prices. So I wouldn't wait. And if you want to know more about that, we can definitely help you with figuring out those numbers. Trying to outpace your income with that, unless you're just looking at getting a phenomenal raise at some point, or paying off ginormous debt with paying off those interest rates on some debt you may have. We can work all that stuff out, and Evan can certainly run through all those numbers and scenarios for you. But if I were going to sell and buy, or buy right now, it would be a great time to do it from those standpoints. And with a low inventory, you can sell great too. But great time to buy. Now, some of the things that hold people back from buying, real quick, I want to just run through those, and that would be number one problem is usually, besides not knowing where to start, again, realtor, lender, start there. Two is not having a down payment. You don't have a down payment. Okay, well, we can solve that issue for you too. If you don't want to, or you don't have a 401k where you can pull money out from and source it from there, or a relative you can source money from to borrow money from, and you want to get into the equity game now versus waiting and being out of the market later on, then you want to make sure that you talk to us about the idea of down payment assistance programs. A lot of lenders won't do them just because they don't make a lot of money on them. Evan, do them all day long. Starting with a 580 credit score, you can get part of your down payment or all of your down payment paid for with VA, of course, VA loans and USDA loans. Those are going to be all day long down payment taken care of. But then you have the other programs like FHA and conventional loans where you can get your down payment paid for. A lot of people think you have to have 20% to put down on a house. And if you have 20% to put down, that's great because you can get rid of your mortgage insurance, which basically covers the lender in case you default on a loan. But you can do that through a conventional loan and get your mortgage insurance out of there. But it's really important to kind of run through all those scenarios with Evan to figure out which one's going to work best for you. But with a 580 credit score, you can get started with getting approved for a home loan and get down payment assistance. But if your credit is lower than that, don't waste any more time. Give us a call, shoot us a text, email, whatever. Let's get you in touch with Evan. He'll run the scenarios and figure out what we need to do to map out to get you where you need to be. And it's usually more simple than you think. It's really become a lot easier to get qualified for a home loan since the market crash. And there are certain regulations in place that all lenders have to go by, but it's become more and more easier. And Evan will make sure that you're getting the best loan program possible, not what's best for him. And he doesn't even charge any lender fees for his clients. So you're going to get the best rates possible with Evan at Modern Home Lending. So down payment. Now, the next thing that usually comes up is, I have to have a ton of money in order to own a home, because what if something breaks down? What if, the AC goes out or something happens, roof, whatever. Well, you're always going to have homeowners insurance tied to your mortgage, just like you have insurance when you're paying on a car, right? So that homeowners insurance will cover certain things, but then we're always going to recommend that you have a home warranty also, in addition to the insurance. And they're two separate things, and they do different things. So let me just give you one quick example of the difference. Let's say you, and out here, obviously the biggest thing would be you want to make sure your air conditioning is covered, right? So in case your air conditioning goes out here in Arizona, that's super important. We don't want to be without air conditioning, right? So that's a biggie. But usually your home warranties are going to be anywhere from $300 to $800, give or take a little bit, with most companies. And we can always recommend a few, when you're buying a home, but we want to get you set up with that. We may be able to include it in the purchase of the deal. But the point is, if let's say your plan covers appliances and your washing machine overflows or leaks and damages drywall, well, there's a problem with the drywall and there's a problem with the washing machine. So we've got to take care of both, right? Well, the insurance takes care of the drywall and the warranty would take care of the washing machine. You want to make sure your warranty company does fix or replace on the items you want covered, whether it be the AC and or appliances and so on and so forth. So for instance, I just had my company just put in a brand new garbage disposal. They didn't fix it. They just put a brand new one in. So you do pay an additional service charge when they come out. It's about 60 to 75 bucks, but they replaced it for my yearly fee that I pay. And a lot of them you can pay monthly also, so you don't have to have the money all at once. So, they replaced that. So a lot of people think, man, something breaks down like that washing machine or the AC or the garbage disposal. My landlord takes care of that now, but what about me? I got to take care of that? Well, so we don't need to have thousands and thousands of dollars to cover that washing machine. They'll fix or replace it. You pay that service fee, they'll fix or replace it. And then the drywall damage will be taken care of through your homeowner's insurance. Okay, so this is just one quick, easy example of how the two play with each other, or work with each other there for you on your home purchase and the the things that break down. So I can give you actually a couple other examples. We've had them out a couple times for my refrigerator, because they got all kinds of computerized parts in them now. My garage door opener. And I've got a home that's 6 years old. So, stuff does happen when you own a home, but there's ways to work with that. You don't necessarily have to have thousands of, it's great to have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars saved up, but you don't have to in order to own a home. And a lot of people think, I've got to have 20% down. You can buy a home for as little as 3% down if you're paying your own down payment. If you're getting down payment assistance, you can get some or all of it taken care of to where it would be less or the same as paying deposits on a rental on money you're throwing away to the landlord. So just a couple of things to keep in mind on things that may hold us back. If you have other questions and things that are holding you back right now from buying a home or about the home buying process, we'd love to meet with you and kind of go through the whole, all of your questions that you have and get you through the home buying process. Or if you're thinking about selling and or buying a home at the same time, we can talk to you about that also. But again, I want to wish everybody a happy Independence Day, and I hope we can all be independent and get a part of that American dream and all be homeowners. That's what we're here for. And so give us a call, shoot us a text, 480-788-8569. My wife Cynthia and I here at the Mincolla Group with West USA Realty would love to be able to help you buy or sell a home. And don't hesitate to ask questions. There's no dumb questions because there's a lot to the process and there's a lot of moving parts, and that's why we're here. And again, our services are free to home buyers. Sellers pay, all the fees that come through any deals in Arizona. So, it doesn't make any sense not to have a full-time realtor in your corner to make sure everything goes smooth for your home purchase. So give us a call, shoot us a text. Happy Independence Day. let's get a piece of that American dream and make sure you're well taken care of. Start saving you on taxes for owning a homes, and start gaining that equity that you wouldn't normally have if you didn't own a home, and giving you that independence to do what you want with your own home. All right, we'll talk to you soon. See you guys next time, and I think we'll have Evan back next week. And we've got other things coming up for you, other giveaways and great information. So stay here. Make sure you like us, follow us here on Facebook on my page. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page. We'll upload this later, and we'll have more information coming there too. So we will talk to you soon. Have a great holiday. Be safe. Make sure all the pets are safe, and have a great holiday.